An earthquake measuring M7.6 rocked the western region of Japan, precisely on the Noto Peninsula, Ishikawa Prefecture on Monday 1 January, 2023 at 16.10 local time. The earthquake in Ishikawa was so powerful that 3 countries, namely Russia, North Korea, and South Korea, issued tsunami warnings. A 1.2-meter high tsunami hit Ishikawa Prefecture at 16.21 local time. Toyama Prefecture also reported a tsunami as high as 80 centimeters at 16.35, while Niigata Prefecture experienced a tsunami as high as 40 centimeters at 16.36. A tsunami wave as high as 3 meters occurred at the Shika Nuclear Power Plant, PLTN. Shika NPP operator Hokuriku Electric Power said on Wednesday 10 January, 2024 that the tsunami did not cause any damage. The tsunami at the Shika nuclear power plant reminds of the risk of a nuclear disaster that occurred at the Fukushima nuclear power plant after the 2011 tsunami. The trigger for Monday's large earthquake is still not known for certain. However, researchers suspect that the movement of underground water contributes to seismic instability in the region. This is known because the ground was lifted, with the epicenter of the earthquake shifting. The Ishikawa regional government released on Tuesday 9 January, 2024, the number of victims who died was confirmed to be 202 people due to being buried under building rubble. Apart from that, there are still 102 people who have not been found. On Tuesday 9 January, 2024 at 17.59 local time the Japan earthquake occurred again, this time shaking Niigata Prefecture with a magnitude of 6.0. The scale of the earthquake in Japan this time was lower than the earthquake that rocked Ishikawa Prefecture on January 1, 2024.
Japan Airlines flight number JA13XJ on the Sapporo to Tokyo route caught fire on the runway at Haneda Airport, Tokyo, on Tuesday 2 January 2024. The plane collided with a Japanese Coast Guard aircraft. The Japanese Coast Guard aircraft is planned to head to Niigata to provide assistance to Japanese earthquake victims. The Japanese Coast Guard has confirmed 6 people were on board the plane. 1 person was successfully evacuated and 5 others were found dead. Meanwhile, 379 passengers and all crew from Japan Airlines were successfully evacuated from the plane. At the time of the incident, the Japanese Coast Guard aircraft had not been permitted to take off. The plane was only instructed to move slowly to the waiting lane, not to enter the runway. Another factor being investigated as a cause of the collision is that the runway lights may have been malfunctioning. The lights are known as runway stop bar lights and are designed to stop pilots from incorrectly taxiing onto the runway.
The United States Aviation Administration, FAA, has banned around 171 Boeing 737 MAX 9 aircraft from flying. This decision was taken after an incident occurred when an Alaska Airlines plane window came loose in the middle of an air journey. So the plane with 177 passengers and crew had to make an emergency landing in Oregon. Airplane flight number 1282 serves the Portland to Ontario route and takes off on January 5, 2024, 17.07 local time. However, about 20 minutes later, when it reached an altitude of 16,000 feet above sea level, the plane's door flap came loose and it crashed. The pilot requested a diversion due to emergency conditions. The plane landed safely and there were no casualties in the incident. The door cover of Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 was found in the city of Portland, Oregon, United States, on Mond. CEO Boeing, the 10th of January 2024, admitted that there were mistakes made by the aircraft manufacturer from the United States. In Indonesia, operations of 3 Boeing 737-9 MAX aircraft belonging to Lion Air were also temporarily suspended. The FAA previously carried out a massive temporary grounding of aircraft for the Boeing 737 MAX 5 years ago, following accidents that occurred in Ethiopia and Indonesia.
The Turangga train on the Surabaya-Bandung route collided with the Greater Bandung local train, Friday 5 January, 2024 6:30 local time. 4 people died as a result of the incident, including the driver, assistant driver, steward and security officer from the Bandung Raya train. Meanwhile, 42 people were injured as a result of this collision. The position of the victim, who was thrown out of the carriage body and crushed by the train carriage, made the evacuation process difficult. The cause of the accident between the two trains is thought to be something blocking the communication line. So this made the drivers of the two trains unable to see and communicate.